Infoscions. Tell me, how many of you have been seized with this desire to start cleaning up when you have to sit and study? Yeah. You don't intend to clean up, of course, because when you go to study, you'll be like, no, I have to study. And then you see the mess in front of you. And you say, 5 minutes, let me just quickly clear that off, and then I can sit and study in peace. And what happens after that? Either you find something from 36 BC and get lost in flashback mode, or you start cleaning your table, and then you clean your chair, and then you have to clean that cupboard. Oh God, the dustbin. And it goes on and on and on until several hours later, you're exhausted and panicking because now you don't have time to study. Sounds familiar?
Yes.
Welcome to my life. My name is Amrutha and I am messy. Please note that I say I'm messy and not dirty, because there is a difference. Dirty is things that belong into a dustbin after you use it, like used napkins, bits of food, hair, which are, instead of being in the dustbin, scattered everywhere else. Messy, on the other hand, is having things that are disorganized, which you can stock it together and put it in its respective space. Now my life and my room was slowly spiraling out of control. Most of the possessions I own, and they are a considerable amount of possessions, let me tell you, were everywhere. My books, my bags, my more books, clothes, random receipts, makeup, hair implements were everywhere. Over the cupboard, across my bed, on top of my table, my chair was barely visible under the mountain it was buried under. And me, I was doing what I do best, living in denial and procrastinating. Now, I share my space with my sister, and the poor girl was starting to get really frazzled with all of my mess surrounding her. And what was her solution to dealing with it? Simple. Gather everything up, stuff it in my cupboard, and bolt it. Voila! Problem solved. Until I went to my cupboard to get something and was almost buried under that avalanche. Oh no. No. This would just not do. I decided that once and for all, I'm going to tidy up everything, if for nothing, to show her how to do it. And I was going to do it. Immediately after I finished reading this one last chapter in this book, it's very gripping, 5 minutes. And I had to send that mail to my manager. It is really important. I have to do this. I was just watching this last episode in this season. It's a finale. It'll just take half an hour and I will get to it. I promise. And it went on and on until on one rainy afternoon on Netflix, I saw her. Marie Kondo. The cutest little doll with a sort of upbeat attitude you'd normally roll your eyes at. Her show was titled Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, and it told all of us viewers that tidying is a lifestyle choice, but most people tend to use it as barriers to avoid dealing with issues they should otherwise be addressing. But don't fear, because if you accept the KonMari method, then a peaceful mindset and joyful and clean living space could be yours for the taking. Now, I'm no gullible fool, I'm just a regular one. But I did what most smart people do in the name of research. I Googled. And guess what I found? It turns out that this Netflix show is actually a follow-up done after her book, which was titled The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying by Marie Kondo, had been released. By all accounts, it was a bestseller. And now, I'm not a person who judges a book without reading it myself. So very uncharacteristically, I decided to go watch the Netflix show first. A couple of hours and several episodes later, I was shook. I had a revelation. In fact, I had two. Number one, adapting the KonMari method of cleaning would actually help me sort out my tidying woes for the long term. And number two, nobody in my family had ever even heard of such a thing. And my doing this would be teaching all the naysayers how to do it like a boss. With great fervor, I decided to dive right in. Now, Marie has a couple of rules. The primary one is when you sort your items, you sort it by category and not by location. Roughly translated, this meant, Amrutha, when you're cleaning your room, don't clean your room. Instead, you clean all the clothes in your room first. And while cleaning your clothes, if you by chance happen to come across, say, some random receipts, some books, some slam books, $1,000, more books, ignore all of them, keep it aside, sort it when you come to that category. Focus on your clothes. Since half my clothes were out in my room anyway, I figured this would be a cakewalk. I was wrong. Very wrong. What I had to do was find every item of clothing I own in my entire house and pile it up on a bed. And then, as I stood, shocked because I barely even remembered I owned half of that stuff, I had to take each item, hold it in my hand, and see if it sparked joy in me. Spark joy. This is Murray's catchphrase. The basic principle is very simple. If anything you own sparks joy in you when you hold it, you keep it. If it doesn't, you say thank you and you give it away. Predictably, once my family and friends got to know about this, I was at the butt of a lot of spark joy related jokes. Hey, here, that's your sister. Does she spark joy? She doesn't. Are you going to say thank you and send her off? I won't lie. It took a little bit of ego, a lot of mockery, and some amount of time, 3 months, to actually sort through all of my belongings. And in the end, as I stood in a clean and shiny space with my belongings categorized according to clothes, books, papers, komono or miscellaneous, and sentimental items, I was the uncrowned queen of cleanliness and tidying, and my family was bowing before my expertise. But hey, you guys, you're my friends. You don't need to bow down. No, Ali, don't bow down. What you can do is once you go home and you see that one messy chair or that one cluttered table, think of me telling you guys, listen, if Murray can do, why can't you? Madam MOC?